story is about a single sentence spoken in an interview and how that one line can shake the quiet of an entire region. The claim that Pakistan is secretly testing powerful devices under the ground, a claim that others, Russia, China, and North Korea, may be doing the same, and a follow up message that the United States might restart its own nuclear tests. One microphone, one movement, and suddenly governments everywhere are watching each other a little more closely. Imagine a studio light, a camera lens, and a straight question: are other countries testing in secret? The reply is blunt: yes, names are taken. Pakistan is mentioned openly. China, Russia, North Korea are added to the list. No vague hints, no anonymous sources. Just a direct statement from a leader who knows that every word becomes a headline. Why does this matter? Because testing is more than a laboratory routine, it's a signal. It tells your rivals, your friends, and your own citizens that you are willing to move pieces on the board. When the United States even considers restarting tests, it changes the tone of the entire conversation. If the biggest player stands up, others won't sit down, they stand up too. And that's the tension of our time. Everyone says they want stability, but everyone wants to keep their hands near the switch just in case stability doesn't happen. Let's unpack the layers calmly, like we're talking over tea, so that you understand what is going on. Closed systems can hide a lot. In countries where the state controls the media, you won't see front page debates about fault lines or safety zones. Tunnels are dug from far from cities, instruments are buried. If something rumbles, it's written off as a small quake. On the surface, nothing changes. Underground, everything does. Second, why anyone tests today? People often ask, didn't the world finish this race already? Not quite. Technology doesn't stand still. Scientists explore new designs, different yields, smarter delivery systems, and more precise effects. Old stockpiles age, and aging raises questions. Will this device still behave as expected 10, 20, 30 years later? Testing, physical or simulated, answers those questions. It's about confidence, not just capability. Testing is also a language. You don't need to publish a press release to send a message. Sometimes a tremor in a remote desert is enough. Rivals see it as on their sensors. Intelligence agencies brief their leaders. The world understands we are still here, we are still serious. The message travels faster than any newspaper headline. Fourth, the ripple effect if America restarts. If Washington moves from we might to we will, the timeline tightens for everyone else also. Moscow will answer, Beijing will answer, Pyongyang will certainly answer. Even countries that haven't tested in decades will be asked by their generals, are we sure our deterrence is fresh? That's how the next 5 years can feel less like de escalation and more like a slow, steady climb. Fifth, why this hits South Asia differently? When Pakistan is named directly, it lands loudly in New Delhi. India's last tested in 1998. Since then, it has relied on restrained posture, modernization of delivery systems, and global trust that it acts responsibly. But if a neighbor is seen to be moving underground, pressure builds. Do we respond? Do we wait? Do we rely on democracy? There's no easy answer here, only trade offs. Open societies leak truth. In places like the US or India, it's almost impossible to hide a test. Journalists ask, scientists speak, satellite images circulate, documents surface. That's uncomfortable, but it also keeps power in check. In closed systems, the state can move quietly. That silence isn't proof of peace, it's proof of control, and it creates a strange imbalance. Some countries must explain everything, some countries explain nothing. When people hear testing, they might remote corners, salt flats, high plateaus, empty basins under big skies. They're right. Sites are chosen far from towns, with geology that swallows shock and guards secrets. But distance doesn't erase consequences. Seismic wave travels, sensors listen, rumors grow, legs, and sometimes myths grow around maps. Claims that this base is close to that site or that one airport shows another nation's range. Some of those myths collapse under simple geography. Others keep going because they serve a story. So, where do we land tonight? We land on a simple idea. Real strength is not just ability to test, it's the ability to choose when not to. Any nation can dig a tunnel and light a fuse. Few can step back and build enough transparency, partnerships, and verification to keep confidence high without pushing buttons. That's the hard work. That's the grown-up work. If the United States restarts, others will follow. That's how mirrors work. But mirrors don't decide policy, letters do. And the smartest leaders ask three questions before they add heat to a room already warm. What exactly do we need to prove? Is there a safer way to prove it? Will today's show of strength make tomorrow's negotiations harder or easier? For India, the path forward can be calm and firm. Keep upgrading silently, keep building eyes in the sky, keep our deterrence credible without turning every move into a drumbeat. When accusations fly and microphones get hot, leak evidence, speak. Let professionalism speak, let time speak. Tell me in this one line comments, if big powers restart tests, should India answer in kind or answer with smarter transparency and faster modernization instead? Your voice might shape the next chapter we explore.